It's not my website, but it's a good website. Good evening, everyone. My name is Eric Budlon, and I recently completed the Persuasive Influence Pathway Project. Actually, today when I came home, in the mail, I got the certificate. When I took it out of the mailbox, it was folded like this, and as I unfolded it, on the outside it said, "Please do not fold." I'm guessing the mailman was feeling lackadaisical today. Now, having completed the Persuasive Influence Pathway, now I'm a Master Persuader, and I thought I should select a new pathway project. And this time I chose Engaging Humor. And as I progress in this new pathway, I'm hoping that there's fewer moments on stage where I'm thinking to myself, is this thing on? Like now. As I was introduced, I gave my first icebreaker right here on this stage almost 2 years ago. I was not expecting to be reintroducing myself so soon, but it's actually a blessing since we have so many new members to our club, so it's nice that I get to introduce myself. And tonight, I'll be sharing the origin story of my father's side of the family, starting off with why I'm here today. I have the privilege of standing before all of you for one reason, and one reason only. A big red pumpkin. It all started back in the mid-17th century with Francis Budlong, the progenitor of all Budlongs. Francis was the member of a French Huguenot family, but we're not entirely sure where the name Budlong comes from. I don't see Tiff in the audience, but I would guess she would say, Budlong doesn't sound too French. We believe it was probably derived from one of many possible French surnames, such as Boudillon, Boudelon, Boutelonien, Boudillon, pardon my French. Those last two were common names found in France during the day. Sailors back then were often given nicknames based on where they were born. So if Francis was born in the Boulogne province of France, then he would have been François Boulogne. And this is a province that's a major fishing port, not too far from London, so it's entirely possible. But in any case, Francis left the country, settled in Warwick, Rhode Island, with the new anglicized name, Budlong. Now, life in the New World was not too easy for Francis. There was those harsh New England winters, threat of disease, and of course those pesky, intrusive colonial neighbors wanted to take his land. But in the end, it was the natives of the region who inflicted the greatest damage. All summer long, there were bloody skirmishes between the colonists and the local Wampanoag tribe. Tensions got so bad that one day, a band of Wampanoags ambushed the Budlong homestead, killing everyone, except 3-year-old John Budlong, son of Francis. John was carried away by the band of Wampanoags, and his custody was entrusted to an old woman back in their village. Somehow, luckily, John's mother's side of the family learned about this event and was able to track down the whereabouts of this tribe. Could be a gesture of goodwill, good faith, who knows, but his mother's side of the family was able to rescue him by bribing the Wampanoags with a big red pumpkin. That was the price of liberty for John, which allowed him to grow up, become a farmer, and carry on the Budlong legacy. This legend was carried down from one Budlong generation to the next. Believe it or not, John's farm still exists in Warwick, and is one of the few examples of architecture to still remain from that period. But the Budlongs, as the clan expanded, we didn't just stay in New England. We went all across the United States. At one point in Chicago, there was the Budlong Pickle Company, which by 1903 had the world's largest pickle farm, an impressive stat. Business must have been booming because they opened up a Budlong Elementary School. There's a separate, unrelated Budlong Elementary School in Los Angeles, which I got to visit a couple years ago. It's pretty cool. If you find yourself in Denver or Chicago, you might come across Budlong hot chicken food trucks. Still on my list to try. As you can see, there's no shortage of exciting Budlong landmarks all around the U.S. But none of it would be possible without Francis making the trip to the New World, John getting rescued, and carrying on the Budlong name. Now during autumn, you might think about jack-o'-lanterns during Halloween or enjoying a slice of pumpkin pie during Thanksgiving. But me, I think about how grateful I am to be here. Thanks to that big red pumpkin. Thank you.